We'll start by downloading the sample template that contains this little logo. So I'll just click and pop it in my downloads folder. The next step is to drag the file from the downloads folder. For the moment, we'll just put it straight on the desktop. It's finally time to start gCADPlus, so click on crossover and then fire up gCADPlus from within the crossover bottle, and gCADPlus will load. Now on our desktop we've got that file Harry01, so we should be able to open the file, go to the desktop and my Mac desktop, and there's Harry01. Well, the black area in the center of the screen is referred to as the drawing editor, and as a first step we'd like you to just draw a line and then put a circle down. So go to draw and line, anywhere you like in the drawing, just click and then move off in the direction you want to move to. And I need to turn on what's called polar. I'll pick my window and move up a little so that I can see what's referred to as the status line, and see polar is highlighted in red. That means that I can move my cursor in so that the line will be drawn in a horizontal direction, and I'll type a line that represents, let's say, a wall that's 5,500 units long, or millimetres long in the building game in Australia. And to finish, gCADPlus expects you to continue drawing, maybe at a 45-degree angle or up in the vertical direction or even down. But we'll right click and pick exit. Now let's put a circle centered on that line. So circle, center radius, and we'll say we want, not by eye, but we want to precisely locate the circle at the middle of that line. So in order to find the midpoint, move right over to the right hand side and pick that little triangle. That's called an entity snap or O snap, and as long as the little triangular indicator shows, that locates the center of this circle right on that point. And just as we drew a line a precise distance, let's put in a circle. The diameter will be a meter, so the radius will be 500. So we type 500 and hit the enter key, and that sets it in. Do a little check and pick the line. Check over here in the properties box that it was actually 5500, and then I'll hit the escape key to get rid of that selection, and then pick the circle, and you'll notice that the radius is 500. So we've put those two shapes down precisely. So if you were doing from your mud map of a site, as you are putting down lines that, say for the sake of argument, represent the building footprint, just check yourself all the time that the length of lines that you're putting down, and perhaps circles to represent, say, a rose garden area or whatever, make sure that these are all accurately done. Now, let's see what this little design might look like when we want to plot. And for that, we move down below the dark area here, the drawing editor, and click on layout 1, and we now get what is akin to a porthole. It's like looking at the design from a distance, and we're looking at the bottom corner of an A3 sheet here. I'll right click and pick zoom extents. Now we can see the whole sheet. We know it's an A3 sheet because I can click here, go to the layouts manager, and you can see the paper size is A3. So now the line we just drew and the circle, in other words the design, appears in this sheet. Now if we wanted to magnify that, we could double click in this area here, get hold of this magenta box and just reposition it like so, then right click and display it on the layout. So we've changed the viewing scale of what's called a floating viewport. That's this bit here, that's the floating viewport, where it's a view into the full-size design. So I think that's enough for your first little exercise.